What would sociologists say contribute to an increase in single mother homes in black families? Have you noticed that there has been an uptick in single mother homes in the United States, especially in the black communities? According to Isabella Salas Besh at Center for American Progress, single mothers are twice as likely to be black. But why? Hi everyone that is listening. Today I will be thinking and analyzing like a sociologist to answer questions such as when and why. I will be diving into reasons such as religious views, people's values, social norms, and comparing modern times to now. The word single-parent household was not as popular in the early 1900s as it is now in present time. I am not saying single-parent households were non-existent. I am just saying it was more so embarrassing then instead of how boastful it is now. So that may have changed the trajectory of the statistics. My grandparents told me stories about how shotgun weddings were the most popular back then. A shotgun wedding is where a couple got married in a hurry because the female was already pregnant. The term was originated in American West and created to ensure children weren't born illegitimately and to force the dad to provide for both mother and baby. My grandma was married at the age of 13. Yes, 13. If a young girl that age wanted to get permission from her parents or a court to marry today, they may object with claims of her being young, immature, lack of degree, lack of job, and lack of stability. This stigma has decreased in contemporary society. This is one factor that can be a contributor to single mom households. There could also be a number of other factors. Religious views. Girls in the older times that conceived out of wedlock were shunned and sometimes kicked out of school. People's values. At one time, people valued marriage and family. Lack of money, resources, and education. When women face things like infidelity in their marriage from their governing partner, they stayed together for the sake of the kids because men were the breadwinners and sole providers. Women did not work, causing them to be dependent on men to take care of them. What has caused drastic changes in society today? Laws changed. Most states require you to be the age of majority, 18, to be legally married. Therefore, a dad cannot just marry off his daughter because she is pregnant. Women's rights. Laws that were passed allowing women equal rights as men have allowed them to become more independent. This can cause an increase in divorces in single mom households because men are not the sole providers anymore and aren't needed so much financially in the home. Changes in social norm can also be a factor. Religious views and values. It has become normal and even welcoming for babies to be conceived out of wedlock. If you mention to someone you want to be married before becoming pregnant in today's world, be prepared to be looked at in a questionable manner. Advancement of science. You can easily go into a sperm bank, choose a dad, and voila, you're a single mom without even knowing the dad sometimes. Because some dads give sperm without wanting to be notified. If you have the funds, you can buy a fetus and become pregnant without sexual intercourse. This was not possible back in the early 1900s. This is an important topic for sociologists because children growing up with only a mom have higher risk of behavior issues, emotional challenges, likelihood of teenage pregnancies in girls, and incarceration for boys. Single moms that also may be dependent on child support, food stamps, welfare, Medicaid, and public housing. August Comite will be able to address the issue this issue because of his philosophical doctrine, positivism. He believes society should be studied in the same manner, using observation like physical sciences. For instance, in physical science, we have a hypothesis. We test the hypothesis. We observe. It is a scientific method. So just as there is a scientific method in physical science, August Comte believes that there should also be one in this type of science. He also believed that humanity progresses through 3 stages: theological, being divine explanation; metaphysical, abstract reasoning; and positive, scientific, factual explanation. His method rejects answers that are not observed. For instance, how does children with a single mom turn out? Has independence caused women to leave men more? This is something that needs to be studied and observed over time, not through guessing, opinions, and speculation. This question poses as more of an intersectional approach, since it analyzes the interplay of race, class, gender, describing multiple dimensions of disadvantage. Thanks for listening.